What up, what up, what up? It's the end of 2025. It's been a weird year for streaming for me. Started out the year not streaming at all, then started streaming, and then had a run with Animal Crossing for a bit. And then some of you guys have been here since the beginning. Almost all of you have, actually. But for the people that haven't, hello, my name is unknown. Or Nick, whatever you want to call me. This is the end of year 2025 wrap up. Going to be self-explanatory here. We got the Twitch recap that we're going to go through together to give a recap of what my progress has been for the year of 2025 in terms of streaming. I want to discuss the plans for next year. I want to open it up for some user or viewer feedback to see what you guys would want to see for the next year. The year's 2025. Obviously, my name is unknown. We're going to be going with the streamer option. We're not going to be showing you my glorious viewing data. So we got 65 hours streamed. Pretty okay. I mean, for me starting at about March, I feel like that's pretty fair. Got 107 streams. I feel like that's pretty okay. At one point, I was doing 3 times a week. I started out with just only doing like 1 to 2 times a week. I mean, we've kind of really brought that number down because work has just been ridiculous for me. I was doing 3 times a week, so we got that number up a little bit, especially for starting in March. Unfortunately, that number has to stay where it's at now. In terms of the days streamed, we got 85, which I guess isn't too bad. 452 hours watched across all of you guys that have watched this. Honestly, thank you guys nonetheless. It's been great. It's been real. So the categories, I want to do better this next year with this because I feel like this is pretty lackluster. The number one, the crown jewel here, Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's what I started with. It was the game where I kind of got a little bit of traction. That's where Keto was found. That's where Haley was found. Jay, Cheyenne, they came with Keto. That was the game that I started with. I was in the top 10% for the year of 2025, which is kind of nuts to think. For a streamer that is currently sitting at 46 followers, I feel like that's pretty good. The next game here is going to be Grand Theft Auto. That is the first game I've streamed for this year. Then we got Breath of the Wild. I feel bad that I did not do more of that. I really want to get back to it at this next year. I want to try to see if I can finish it, maybe try to play it a little bit off screen and then jump back for any main story stuff. I want to get back to it. Mario Kart World, interesting topic, especially between Keto and I. That game pisses me off. It's bad. Then we got some Stardew Valley. That one was mainly with Daniel and I. Unfortunately, his schedule and my schedule do not align whatsoever. We have not been able to try to get back to that world. I want to try this next year to see if we can do something special, whether it be with Daniel, whether it be with Keto. I want to get back to Stardew. I didn't do it with them. It would probably be a solo world of some sorts where I'd be trying to do like a challenge or something. I don't know. We're going to get to this, but my goal is I'm going to try to do a lot more variety for this next year. Okay, so I mean, we all got to start somewhere. So my top stream reached 21 viewers, which I want to say that was an Animal Crossing stream. During the Animal Crossing days, like there was just these random streams that'll just pop off for no reason. I'd be doing absolutely nothing. I'd be sitting there doing F all. And I would just blow up for random reasons. That's why Animal Crossing was a game that I streamed for so long. It's just because it was a game that got me some sort of traction and I was good at it. Good. I had a lot of information I could give. I was able to teach people when they would come in and they would have a random question. I was able to give them information. So moving on, the tags, not important. Obviously, these are my 3 tags that I use. I always have the English tag because obviously that's what I'm speaking right now. The affiliate, I just kind of did it just because I was proud of it. And then Nintendo, I always change it. But obviously, since I streamed majority Animal Crossing or Nintendo games, it was, well, I guess I should just say Nintendo games as a whole, really. That was the main tag that I had because it was like Nintendo, and then I did like Switch 1, Switch 2, or I tried to do just what the platform was. So if I was on like Battlefield, it was the Series X. Honestly, I need to do better with tags, but I don't think anybody reads them anyway. We got 15,741 chats, which is nuts. Obviously, we have our days where the streams are dead. Then sometimes they're really popping off and have you guys chatting and all that. No matter if you guys chat or not, whether you lurk or whatever, I always appreciate you. You better know that. So, funny enough, we do have emotes, but
I'm laughing at myself. So 90% of all of these, like all of this usage is just me. I'm the only one that uses it. Sorry. But yeah, these are skewed. Obviously, we got to talk about it. The biggest fans. As we know, it's kind of a little weird with this list because some people should be a lot higher than others, and some people should not even be on this list, period. Obviously, we got Cheyenne with number 1. We got Stormy at number 2. Holy Von Moly, which she appears very rarely. She hasn't been here for a long time. She was like, I think Animal Crossing's when I picked her up. We got Daniel, Haley, we got Keto, Allison, and Jay. I feel like the list is pretty fair because that's usually almost all the people that really chat in this. Obviously, there's some little people I can think about, some people that were back from the Animal Crossing days that just only watch when I stream Animal Crossing, or they're just gone and they're just dead followers. We got our collaborations. We got Keto, number 1. Woo, that was during the Mario Kart World streams. That's where those came from. The Daniel one was when him and I were doing Stardew, because there was a stream where him and I had his footage with my footage. It really did not look good, but it did the job. Who rated me? The only streamer friend I have, which I kind of hope that kind of changes this next year, but I have no idea. I mean, who knows what the year's going to hold? Maybe I'll have another person come in here that's a streamer. We got 16 clips made. I want to say almost all of them are me that I made. Keto, I think, made some. Yeah, we got 5 unique clippers, which is pretty good. I clipped it myself because I uploaded it to Shorts, which we'll go over that in another little bit here. We got 41 total new followers this year, which is pretty good. Pretty good. We're at 46 now. I mean, a lot of that was this account has went through many renditions over the years. So some of them were like people that were just from random times of me streaming. Majority of them came from Animal Crossing. But I mean, other than that, the people that I can remember myself, because I try to remember everybody that comes in here, that's the number we're rocking. We got 58 subscribers. A lot of those were probably gifted, and I feel like that number's just wrong, period. I don't think that's real. 6 hype trains, which is nuts because I don't remember half of them. I really feel like this number's inflated. I don't think this number's real, but 54,000 points spent on my channel. I did lower the price in the beginning. They were very expensive. And I mean, I apologize. Honestly, the channel points need to be fully fleshed out more. There's been so many other things that I've been trying to prioritize, just streaming as a whole, even though I know that I've slowed down. All right, so the major achievement, which I was going to discuss this at another point too. The major achievement this year, I unlocked affiliate, which I want to say isn't really fair because the numbers used to be a lot higher. You were supposed to hit 50 followers before you would actually get affiliate. Whether it's good or bad, I mean, I don't think it's fair because there's a lot of people that worked really hard to get affiliate, but I got affiliate because they lowered the numbers because Twitch is just trying to get more money, I'm guessing. I don't know. We unlocked affiliate, which that just means I have ads and you guys can support me. I mean, that's really all that affiliate is. So just the summary here, the 41 followers, 452 total hours watched, 58 subs, and then the games, the streams, the chats, the clips, and the top emote, which is bye. That is the Twitch wrap up. Honestly, I think it's pretty good. Again, I've only been really streaming consistent since like March. So a lot of this stuff, like from the channel's perspective, a lot of this has just been kind of like looming in the background. But this is a wrap up. This is what Twitch gave us for data. So we can move on to our next topic of discussion. It's going to go kind of hand in hand with what we already did. So some of this stuff is going to be a little bit of a recap, I guess. The total progress that I made, obviously the main number one goal here was hitting affiliate. I mean, again, I feel like I was kind of robbed of the pure joy of getting to the 50 subs. I'm still fighting to get 50 subs anyway. Or not subs, sorry. I need to use the correct term. Followers, not subs. Subs is YouTube. I'm thinking about YouTube because I want to talk about it. We didn't get it, but we did get affiliate because Twitch lowered the numbers. So that's a major achievement. I mean, a lot of people don't even really hit affiliate, which is a really big goal for most people, is just hit affiliate. And then once you hit affiliate, you kind of just burn out because you don't know where to go from there. Because trust me, ask me how I know. And I know you're going to ask. It's because it happened to me. The count of the followers. So we're at 46 currently, which, I mean, it's fair. That's pretty good. The subs obviously fluctuate each month. I mean, anybody that subs to me, even though I'm a terrible streamer, just kidding. I'm mediocre. But anyway, Anybody that does support me in any way, whether it be bits, which nobody really does that, which I don't blame you. There's no incentive to. Any subs that you give me, I greatly appreciate it. Seriously, I do. I mean, seeing that number as high as it got was probably the most serotonin, which is also the most destructive thing too. So I was trying to keep myself separated from it as much as I could. The types of games that I played this year, it was weird because I really tried to do Animal Crossing as much as I could. That was like the beginning of the year was Animal Crossing. I was even planning of doing Animal Crossing this entire year. Up to this exact moment, I was planning on it. We had a lot of single player based games, which is probably for the best, honestly. I mean, I did play Battlefield for a bit there because I was just really enjoying playing Battlefield on my own, and I figured it would be a good way to, you know, get some streams in if I'm trying to play some games that I enjoy. That was more multiplayer, which is kind of a little weird because you're playing a multiplayer by yourself, and like a lot of those games really are so saturated because so many people do enjoy playing those. Multiplayer games are a hard game to stream, mainly because if you don't have a lot of good gameplay, or you know, you don't have like funny moments or funny people playing with you, it's a little bit harder to be recognized, especially because you got to keep talking. Got to keep talking the entire time to keep people engaged, which I have such a hard time doing. I mean, in terms of overall progress that I've made, I think that I made some substantial progress this year. I think I kept everything pretty consistent. I think that was really good in terms of how much progress I made in a short amount of time. I thought I'd be a little bit further in terms of reflection, but I could have done more. I've stayed relatively consistent throughout it all, even with the personal struggles of just like the day to day and just working a full-time job, you know, moving, all of that. I want to work more on that this next year. Unfortunately, sometimes life does have to become the priority, and your hobby that you do for fun has to take the backseat. The progress that I made outside of streaming. So I do have 2 YouTube channels. So one is for nicely YouTube curated content. It doesn't have nothing on it. It's gonna have this video, so hi if you found me somehow. Otherwise, it's empty. I did try to make some like funny moment highlights that I'm really not proud of now that like I go back and I rewatch it. I mean, I could upload them there. Really, they did not do well on the other channel. I wish I would have took more time with it, but again, when you're working a full-time job, trying to keep a like 2 to 3 times a week with streaming, it's not very easy to do so whatsoever. The second channel, which is originally the primary channel, was my VOD channel. That's where all of these videos or streams get archived, that they're relatively good quality. So like, instead of you watching back like a Twitch stream and it could be like lower bit rate and it just kind of doesn't look that good, I try to upload as high quality as possible onto that channel. If you would want to watch like our 2 hour, 1 hour, whatever streams in like true HD fashion, I mean, that channel is where it's at. There's different categories that I broke everything up to. So we have our Animal Crossing, we have our Battlefield, any of our other games that we've played on this channel. That's what the major progress was outside of streaming. I did not really branch off to any other social medias. I mean, if you kind of consider Discord, the Discord is essentially just the hub for anything that is my stream. I really should have done more. That's probably your one thing, especially as growing as like a streamer. When you're trying to stream in categories that are massively saturated, like, you know, I kind of have been. You need to try to branch out to other types of social medias that you can push your content on, which I have done with YouTube clips, which have got me some pretty good views, but I didn't really get much engagement over here on Twitch. None of it really carried over, but that is what it is. I mean, you could get lucky. You could have a person come over and they can say, hi, how you doing? Or they just might come over without you knowing at all, and then they just disappear because they don't like you, which is fair because really the clips that I uploaded are not a fair representation of what these streams are. They were kind of the more like climactic part of the stream that like was only probably like 5 seconds of the entire stream. And that was one thing that I think I should have done a little bit better on, was moving across to other platforms. But also at the same time, I just tried to focus in on streaming as the first and foremost, because if I don't have any content, can't upload it to other platforms, can you? That was my wrap up of 2025. For streaming, I think it was good. I made a lot of progress. I made the streams look a lot better. Obviously, you guys got backgrounds and you got like nice startups. I mean, I'm trying to make it as nice as I can. So now we're going to be moving on to the new year. What I want this new year to be. Really, you could shoot for the moon, but you may end up losing. Got a notepad up. I'll use the notepad for anything that I want to try to make a bullet point of. So for the new year, there's a little bit of plans that I got. I can only see so far into the future. I can hope, I can shoot, I can try to see if I can achieve it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the plans for the new year, the types of games that I want to play. So I really want to play a lot of more story-based games. I have some games that I already have in mind that I want to try to move towards. I really want to do like playthroughs of games, whether it's just doing the main story or I just pop in and out when I'm just playing, you know, some memorable moments or something, or whether I'm doing a blind playthrough or whatever. I really want to do more games like that because really they're fun. It's just a matter of I need to set myself up for success rather than just try to set myself up for failure like I have done with Zelda. So the types of games that I have in mind, this list is subject to change. I want to go back and I want to complete Breath of the Wild. Another game I really want to do is Red Dead Redemption, whether it be 1 or 2. I really want to play Red Dead Redemption. With Red Dead Redemption 2, I got through a little bit, but I didn't get to play a lot of it, but I really want to get back to it. I really want to play it. I think that would be a great game to play. Yeah, I want to play more story-based instead of just trying to focus in on one, because that's what I've made the mistake of doing with Animal Crossing. It's just focusing in on one game when I really don't do that in my day-to-day. I kind of do switch through a lot of games. I go through waves. I want to play this game. I want to play that game. But I really want to do some co-op streams. I'm not going to make them a large part of this new year because I don't like that I did that. No disrespect to Keto because that dude is great. I think I relied too much on other, like him, to get me the motivation to stream because I was really lacking this year. I want to do more co-op. I want to scale it back. I don't want to be doing it where I'm going to be doing it like every single week, maybe once a month. I would probably say like co-op once a month. And I would try to hope that I can make them a little bit longer of a stream so they're not just like a quick hour. I want to play with Daniel more on stream. They're just fun. I have like a little idea where I can get like Daniel and Sarah and then Allison and I, like the couple stream, something along the lines of that, to have a game where we have that, like Mario Party or whatever. Same thing goes with Keto, because Keto, that was his and my idea for a bit, but we never capitalized on it. And if I do a bunch of co-op, it's going to be like a game where it's going to deserve to be more than one stream a week. Like if we're playing Stardew, because then that would be like a month of co-op streams or whatever. Those are the type of games I want to do. A lot of story. I want to do a little bit more, as Sarah says, a little bit more action, which I mean is a little rough, but I have some ideas. I got a lot of ideas. I want to do a lot, but it's just going to require a lot of time, a lot of energy, and which I don't really have right now, but we'll see. I do kind of want to do a community stream. I have too small of a community to do it right now. It would be cool to do one by the end of the year. If I do manage to get some more viewers, it would be cool to do it. So like if I would have like a stream where we do like Scribble or something like Keto has done, or we play like this sledding game. Perfect example. Like I have you guys join in as I'm playing sledding game, and we just kind of chill, we talk, we have a Discord call or whatever, and then you guys get to be on stream. That'd be cool, but I'm going to need more people to do so. I think it's going to be a harder thing to do. I would say next progression would be what type of games you're going to play, but then one is also the channel goal. I would say the channel goal for this year, I know it sounds like it's a low number, but I'm going to aim low and hope for high, but I want to try to hit 60 followers. I mean, maybe when I go back and I rewatch this at the end of the year, maybe I did hit over, you know, over the 60, which that'd be sick, but I will at least want to get to the nice 60. Like if we can get to around at 60, that'd be sweet. So that would mean that we would need to get 14 more followers, which could maybe happen. I don't know. We'll see how that happens. For this next year, I really want to try to make more YouTube content, whether that be where I make more of my series into approachable videos that I can post onto the main channel, whether it be more YouTube clips or maybe your YouTube curated content. I mean, maybe I can get lucky and, you know, strike a match and just get some motivation to do it. Obviously, the VODs are not going to go anywhere. I'm going to continue to try to post VODs as much as possible. This next bullet point kind of goes back to what I was saying, that I would like to try to do more highlights. So maybe I can make some better highlights than I did, because I wish I would have made better ones. If I still had the files for some of it, I think I would go back and redo those videos. So that is the overall plans for the new year. Small list, but you know, still small. So I have to try somewhere. The final thing that we're going to be doing for this stream is I want to get some viewer feedback. I would say realistically, this is what the new year is going to hold. I think this is a great list. And it's a good start. It really does help me as a streamer to at least kind of, you know, focus in on my goals. that was probably one of my things that I had struggled with this last year, was having too much ambition but not enough goals to put that towards. Because if I was able to put that energy towards a goal, I might have been able to get a little bit further this year. But you live and you learn. I mean, this is a learning experience. I think that's where I'm gonna end this year's wrap up. It was a year of many ups and downs, personally in my life, but also well within streaming. I had some good moments and bad moments, some learning experiences and some highs, some lows. I mean, I think 2025 was a great start. Just really gave me purpose as a person, whether it was just giving myself purpose, just to, not do the same thing every single day with the full-time job. Give me something to do when Allison's not home, or just give me something to actually express myself in. I think streaming was really good for that. I do want to try to take it at least a little bit more seriously this next year and try to give you guys a little bit more content than I did this year. We'll be starting in January instead of March, so we will at least have a few more months of content that I can start with. Yeah, seriously, streaming is a very good platform for me. I think I can express myself pretty clearly. I mean, you guys can see all the little guy that's poking out, like right here. I can express myself. I can show you who I am, whether it's the little persona that I have or actually me, the low energy guy that just really likes to play games and talk to people. I'm really looking forward to 2026 and to see what it is going to hold for me with streaming. I really hope, though, that I can see you guys back here in 2026 for more streams, for more content, and for me that is watching this in the future. Hi, hello, how are you? Hopefully you're doing better. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all of you, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me for this bit of this streaming for this year. So thank you guys sincerely for watching over here. I really do appreciate you guys. But anyway, it's been real. It's been 2025. Let's try to make this next year a good year, right? All right. So have a good night, and I'll see you next year. Peace.